Hey guys, welcome into this super raw tutorial, and today I'm going to talk about how to get more organic traffic to your e-commerce / Shopify store, and today I'm dealing specifically with keyword research. My name is Artem, I'm the guy behind Links Hero. We deal with e-commerce link building and organic traffic. So I'm going to show you exactly how we build content so it acquires organic traffic as soon as possible. So I'm going to start off real quick here. So SEO is actually very easy, okay? There is nothing complicated about SEO. You just have to write content that people are searching for and connect it in a meaningful way, and then just build links to it. So essentially, there are three pillars to this. And the first pillar is basically creating that content essentially. So I'm just going to draw some pages here. So we're just creating content. Yeah, so 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page. Basically, these are pages, okay? And if you're looking to get organic traffic as soon as possible to these pages so that you can later retarget visitors to your product pages or try to get visitors to sign up for your 10% discount or whatever, yeah, you have to create these pages. Yeah, the problem is that with e-commerce people, and just generally with anybody who's just blogging, they just create random pages. You just create pages about everything. Yeah, they post about, say if it's a store deals with online furniture, they post an article about ergonomic chairs. Okay, so this can be an article about ergonomic chairs. Yeah, and then they post an article about office desks, and then they post an article about footrest or something. Okay, so this is all fine and cool, but these articles are really different in topical relevance. Yeah, so this is something Google looks at very closely these days. So we have to produce articles which are very close topically to each other. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. And once you produce these articles, yeah, that are really close to each other, and by close actually I mean, so if you write about ergonomic chairs, and I'm going to use that as an example going forward, as you write about ergonomic chairs, you really want to fully cover the entire subject of ergonomic chairs. So this can be ergonomic office chairs, this can be ergonomic desk chairs, this can be ergonomic chairs for standing desks, etc. And once you got all these pages published, all you do is that you kind of interlink them all together. Okay, this is the second pillar for successfully ranking as soon as you can for the keywords, as many of them possible. Okay, so and once you got this interlinking, so you've got this content bit taken care of, then you've got this interlinking taken care of, and then you actually come in and start building links to all of these pages from different sides. Okay, this is external off-page SEO link building essentially. So then you get all of these pages interlinked, and then they kind of start pushing one another, passing on that link juice which comes from external sources. And also the visitors, say if they go into this page, they might jump into this next page, yeah, because it's very relevant, yeah, because you obviously link from this page to this page, so they obviously read something, and then like, okay, that looks very close to something that I want to read about as well, so they click on it here, and as a result your dwell time goes up, your bounce rate goes down, like you are producing a lot of quality signals for Google to understand what's going on. Okay, so this is really three pillars of attracting organic traffic to your e-commerce store, to your Shopify store, your Woocommerce store, whatever. Yeah, there is really nothing sophisticated here. That's all you need. Produce content, link it all together, produce related content, link it all together, build links to it. That's it. There's nothing else. So right now I'm going to jump on real quick and show you exactly how you need to find these, how you can find this topically related articles, keyword ideas and how you can produce content for them. So, and to do this, I'm going to use Ahrefs. So I recommend Ahrefs. I use it. In fact, I don't really recommend Ahrefs. I'm just using it myself. Some people use SEMrush. Some people use Ubersuggest, which is probably pretty good for the money. So, but I'm using Ahrefs here. So let's say I'm going to cover my topic about basically something we just mentioned. Yeah, so let's talk about ergonomic chairs. And because I'm an e-commerce store, I want to focus on pages that are most likely to bring me sales as soon as possible. And these pages tend to be of the review type. So this is when people are specifically searching for chairs and they're almost ready to buy. So in this case, it's best office chair. Yeah, so this is as wide of a high intent keyword that people are using in order to find chairs for best office chair, basically for their specific circumstances. Okay, and as you can see, it gets searched for quite a lot, 60,000, over 60,000 times per month. That's a lot. So right now I'm going to do something very obvious. I'm going to scroll down and see who ranks first. And in this case, it's New York Times, reviews by Wirecutter. Forbes is next. So all I do now is I'm taking their link, copying it, and going into just pasting it here first. And then I'm just going to hit URL here because I only want to see, basically I want to see what organic keywords is this specific page is ranking for. Okay, so I'll go here into organic keywords, and now it's given me okay, it didn't work out for some reason. Let's try it again. Okay, now it's giving me a whole lot of keywords. Hopefully, yes. A whole lot of different keywords that this page is ranking for. And as you can see, there are different positions here. Yeah, so office chairs, desk chairs, Herman Miller, office chairs. Actually ranking number 2 for that, that's crazy. And so on and so forth. So as you can see, a lot of different keywords here. There's a ton of different keywords. So New York Times is ranking for all of them because they have a very, very powerful domain, okay? So in the real world scenario, we are never as close to New York Times, yeah? So we cannot be that close to New York Times. So we cannot be ranking for all of these keywords. And in fact, even if they are ranking for some of these keywords, yeah, so you see, they're not always like number 1. They're number 9. If we scroll down further, desk and office chair, and number 10. So this is something where it gets more and more interesting. As we scroll down, we'll find more results just like that, and you'll find a lot of different results they are ranking for, but they're in page 2 on Google. Okay, so this is something very important. So all we do now is that we export these. This is as difficult as it gets, really. So I can see that there are like 16,000 keywords here, yeah, they're ranking for, and it asks me basically, shall I export them all, or shall I export the first 1,000? So I'm going to hit export them all because I just want to show to you as an example. Okay, so now this thing is loading. I want to go to Drive real quick, and I want to open up a new document here. Google Sheets, that's all I need. So now, yeah, it's still exporting. It's taking a while because it's a lot of rows there. So basically now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to export all of these rows, and then I'm going to add them to the document, and then I'm going to weed out anything that has less commercial intent that I look for to produce right now, okay? Because we want to produce articles that are we want to produce content that helps us to convert as soon as possible, okay? So in this case, I pretend that my online store is about ergonomic chairs and that I have to cover the entire subject of ergonomic chairs on my website. So I can rank for all these keywords and sell more chairs essentially. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to click import, upload. Give it some time. Okay, so give it a few moments and we should be getting the data now. Okay, so there we go. And we got a bunch of rows here. Yeah, a bunch of columns. So the first one is keyword, SERP feature, doesn't matter. Volume, we might be somewhat interested in that. Keyword difficulty, how hard it is to rank for this specific keyword. Yeah, previous traffic, current traffic, traffic change. Like, we don't need any of these really. Previous URL, current date. So, previous position, delete columns. So we don't really need any of these. What we do need, however, is we can take this out as well. And now what we're going to do is something that I just discussed. So I only want to see the keywords that contain the word best in them, okay? And I do this because I only want to work with the keywords that contain the word best, which means that they're more likely to convert. Okay, so people are actively searching for them, and it means that we want to get them all in here. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, now we have them. So, and then previous, just curious, did it have the position there as well? Let's just double check real quick. I'm super sorry about this. I'm curious if I actually took something out that I didn't want to take out. Give it in a few moments. Yeah, working with this, yeah, okay. Okay, now I got these. I'm going to hit export. And for the sake of this experiment, I'm only going to download 1,000 first rows, because otherwise it's too bulky. So I'm going to click export and wait till it downloads. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to quickly upload it here. Import, upload. So right now there is a bit of data mining involved that I'm going to show you how to do it. I really dislike data mining. Yeah, so this is something that you kind of have to do if you want to rank for keywords, because there is no real proper tool you use in order to kind of clusterize these keywords. So right now I want to keep this current position thing here, position change. I'm not interested in that. Current URL, I'm not interested in any of these columns. Traffic change, previous traffic. I'm also not that interested in traffic. I'm not that interested in, so basically just cleaning stuff up. And search features, going to take that out also. Just gonna keep the volume, keyword difficulty. These are, like, in all honesty, like, you don't really need any of this here, because we're going to check for things anyway. Yeah, but I just leave them here just to look at them for whatever reason. So right now I'm going to hit filter, and basically I only want to see articles that contain the keywords that contain the keyword best in them, so I can take these keywords and make something really nice out of them. So essentially, here's our list of everything that this article is ranking for, and it's only 1,000 rows here. And we are now going to take essentially these keywords and create small little clusters of keywords. Okay, and the way I do that is very, very basic. Okay, so we got this keyword. So this is the first keyword. Obviously it's the first keyword, so it goes here. So, and then I obviously start looking into anything that is more or less different. So best office chairs, absolutely the same keyword term. So you can kind of like take them out. Best office chairs 21. Okay, they mentioned 21 because now it's 2021, but obviously that is going to change. So best ergonomic office chair, current position number 4. It's essentially the same keyword. Yeah, so you don't need a separate article for this keyword. Okay, so and we go here and plug it in here. Okay, so it's the same thing essentially. Best desk chair, it's currently position 2, exact same. So what I'm trying to find here is anything that sticks out a lot, so we can say that maybe this keyword requires an extra article to be written. So in this case, and usually that starts happening once you have like some funny positions. Yeah, so best computer chair for long hours. That's interesting. That is this New York Times article is ranking for this specific keyword, but it's on position number 5. Yeah, so for example, if we take best office chair and then we go into Google and then type it in just like this and see what comes up. Yeah, so we should have like New York Times, Forbes, CNET, just like what we've seen right now. But now if we take this keyword, best computer chair for long hours, and kind of do the exact same thing, now we're starting seeing different results. So we get autonomous, we get drop desk, and accessories advisor. New York Times is here, so it's ranking pretty well for this. But if I was an e-commerce store, yeah, then I would definitely create a separate article for this keyword, because clearly Google shows different results here in top 5. Okay, so that's why this specific keyword deserves a separate article. So it's not enough for New York Times to rank for this specific keyword, just like it's enough for New York Times to rank for keyword like best ergonomic office chair, yeah. And just to illustrate my point here, I'm just going to go type it in, best ergonomic office chair, New York Times. Yeah, so it's number 2. So very little change here, yeah. And basically I would go one keyword at a time and see if they contain keywords, if that keyword is relevant enough for this, for my competitor's article, which is New York Times in this case, if this keyword is relevant enough. Because if it's not relevant, that's an opportunity for a separate article, okay? So let's go and check out a few more examples. So again, best home office chair, exact same thing, yeah. Best computer chair for long hours, we mentioned that. Best budget office chair, okay? That's another different intent article because there is a clear indication of the budget that people possess in order to, go for purchase. Yeah, so it's not overall best office chair. They're looking specifically for budget models. So that is also different. So that's why it ranks number 7. Okay. So let's grow a bit further. There was an interesting example there. Best cheap office chair. Yeah, it's kind of similar. Best budget office chair. Same idea there. Best ergonomic chair. So they're all ranked in C. Best mesh office chair. So that's interesting. Yeah, because technically you should be like, oh, it's the same. Mesh office chair, but according to Google, it's not. So that's why we're seeing different results here. Again, New York Mag is the same though. Beta, that's actually in e-commerce. They're doing a really good job with organic traffic. Gear Patrol, ergonomic trends. So these guys have specific pages that cover best ergonomic mesh office chairs. Okay, so they're really talking about mesh. Not this one, by the way, but this one. This one is clearly covering mesh. These guys are covering mesh. So you get the idea. And just one more, really. Best budget ergonomic, I mentioned that. That was an interesting one. Number 13. Okay, there we go. Best desk chair for back pain. That's something very different. Yeah, so the intent is now different. So it's not, we don't want just a best office chair. That's what Google's visitors tell to Google. We don't just want to see best office chair. We want to see best desk chair for back pain. And again, different results. Beta, yeah, again, good job on ranking up here. Creative Block, New York Mag doing a good job. Back pain, see, they're talking specifically about back pain. Back pain, back pain, back pain, back pain, okay? So that's how you go and create these separate articles. So now we already have like back pain, yeah, so we already got like a few articles already. Best office chairs, best desk chair for back pain. And if you go back here, you can kind of type in back and see what else is up here. Best office chair for back pain. So it just gives you a bunch of different synonyms, essentially, very similar search results. So now we can kind of take this keyword, yeah, and kind of go into the same, throw it in the same bucket. So now we have the keyword computer there as well, okay? Best computer chair for back pain. So, and then it goes like this. So essentially you're kind of using a bunch of different synonyms because people use different keywords to search for the exact same thing. Talking about desk chair, now here's a computer chair, essentially absolute same things, but they're using different chairs, different keywords. That's why it works. If you get some of those keyword variations into the same article, that will help you a long way. Okay, best executive office chair. So it also shows number 11, position number 11, which probably deserves its own article. Okay. Best chair for sitting all day. That's actually a lot of hours. So best leather office chair is definitely a separate one. Okay. So as you can see, there's a lot of different mesh office. There are lots of different variations of the same keywords, and you kind of need to take them into account. So going back to my wonderful drone here. So now we've got this best leather office chair, best mesh office chair, best desk for back pain, best desk chair for back pain. So all of these are separate articles. Yeah, mesh office chair, leather office chair for back pain, best budget, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, they're all very highly related. They all cover one thing. They talk about office chairs for different scenarios.